And hello! Right, we're ready to start today. So this session is going to be based on the Trolls film. We had a request from somebody, so we've decided to do this session. And don't worry if you've never watched Trolls before, because we're going to be going through it all together. I hope you all had a really good Easter. I had a great Easter. We went on lots of walks and we played with our new little bunnies as well. So we are going to be starting off with our shoes and gaiters off, and we need some cushions. So if you're used to doing sit-ups from the floor for a super challenge, then you don't need any cushions, or if you usually do it from a wedge or some cushions, then you can make a wedge with the cushions. We are going to do it with some cushions. So we're going to have 2 cushions here, and we're going to sit with our bottom right in front of the cushions, not on the cushions. And we're going to bend our legs with our feet flat on the floor, okay? Now, we are in the troll village and the Bergens have come to invade us, okay? So we need to all together fight away these Bergens. So we are going to squeeze our tummy muscles in, come up into sitting, and we're going to punch the air the opposite way with the opposite hand to start with, okay? So bottom on the floor in front of the cushions, knees bent with your feet flat on the floor, okay? And I'm going to join in with this one. And then we're going to have our hands either crossed or on our head or on our tummy or together. Try not to push up with your hands. Mum and Dad can come in front and you can be holding the feet down, or you might need to hold all of the legs down. And we are going to come up with our hands up on our head or folded or together, okay? So we're going to squeeze that tummy in, keep our hands together, and we're going to come up, and Mum and Dad, you can help from the shoulders or from the arms or just the hands for a super challenge. Come all the way up, and we're going to reach to the other side and punch the air, and then really slowly come down again. Remember, we need to be slowly and quietly so those Bergens can't see us, okay? And then really slowly we're going to come up, squeeze that tummy in, and then the opposite hand to the opposite side and back again and squeeze down, okay? Really good job, well done everyone. And together, hands together, squeeze that tummy in and all the way up, and we're going to punch with the other side and come back again. And squeeze your tummy in and the other hand, and we're going to punch with the opposite side and come back again. Squeeze, that's it, really good job. We're going to do 2 more on each side and punch with the opposite hand and come back again really slowly. And squeeze together and punch the other side, yes. And come back again, very good. 2 more, 1 on each side. And we've got, hello Olivia, nice to see you Olivia. And hello Joe and Lucy, nice to have you with us today. Okay, so we're going to be 2 more on each side. If you're not quite finished, that's fine, keep going. Squeeze that tummy in and punch the air to the opposite side. And last one, squeezing that tummy and punching. Well done everyone, really good job. And now we've nearly got rid of all the Bergens, but there's still a few more. So this time we're going to use our legs. Okay, so just watching me, have a rest. We're going to be lying down either on your wedge or completely on the floor, and we're going to have our knees bent, and this time we're going to do kicking with our legs, bringing them out 1 at a time, and we're going to do 10, but you need to make sure that you're squeezing your tummy in and that there is no gap between, no arch in your back, so no gap in between your back and the cushions or your back and the floor. Okay, so everyone all together lying back and your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, and all together squeeze that tummy in and kick with the right leg
and bring it back up. Squeeze that tummy and kick with the other leg, and back up again and squeeze and kick. Keep that tummy squeezed. Keep going. Really, really good job. Well done. We're going to do 6 more. 1, and slowly back up. Squeeze that tummy. 2 and 3. Squeeze that tummy in. Make sure there's no gap behind you. 4, and last 2. Bergens are nearly gone. 5 and 6. Well done. Excellent job. Okay, well done everyone. So now we're going to get rid of the cushions. You don't need them. And have a nice big space on the floor. And we are going to be doing some crawling next. So to escape, we are going to be crawling through the tunnels, okay? Now they're really low tunnels. So we're going to be on our hands and on our knees. And we're going to do all together 3 crawls, and then we're going to stop, okay? So we're going to go right leg and left hand. So I'm going to give you all a bit of time to get into a 4-point kneeling position. So you want your knees hip width apart for a nice and stable base of support. And try to squeeze that tummy in if you can. So try to not let your back dip down with a big arch in it. Try and squeeze your tummy in and have a really flat back. And we're going to be crawling through these tunnels. So we're going to move with our right leg and our left hand. And we're going to try and be quiet. So try not to do any stomping movement. And left foot and left hand. And last one. And you're going to bring your knees together on this one. Bring your hands together. And the Bergens have seen us. So we need to duck. So what we're going to do is bend our elbows a little bit and bring your chest to the floor. And in a minute, not together yet, we're going to hold it for 3 and then we're going to come back up again. Okay, so all together we're going to duck. So bend your elbows a little bit, bringing your chest to the floor, all together, ready. Bend those elbows and hold it for 1, 2, 3, and straighten those elbows and come up again. Oh, it's safe. Well done everyone, really good. Right, so now we're going to do another 3 crawls all together. So right leg and left hand and left leg and right hand and right leg and left hand and stop. And we need to duck again, so make sure you bring those knees together, bring your hands together in line, okay? And all together, in a minute, we're going to duck by bending our elbows and bringing our chest to the floor and holding it for 5 this time, okay? Because they can see us and we need to be safe. So bending those elbows all together and bend, bring your chest to the floor a little bit, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Oh, well done. They did not see us. Oh, and they've gone the other way because they didn't see us. Okay, last one. This time we're going to do 6 crawls all together and then we're going to stop. Okay, so right leg and left hand and left leg and right hand, right leg and left hand and left leg and right hand, and 2 more, left leg, right hand and last leg and hand, and then bring those knees together in line with each other, bring your hands together, and we need to do 1 last duck. Okay, so all together, and we're going to see if we can hold it for 10 seconds. If you can't, don't worry, just come up a little bit earlier. So all together, we're going to bend those elbows and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push up and then come back into a sitting position and relax. Well done. Wow, that was hard work, but we made it and the Bergens did not see us. So well done everyone. Really, really good job.
Right, the next thing we're going to do, you need to have your shoes and your AFOs on, okay? So everyone just have a little rest and get your shoes on, ready for the next one. And the next thing we're going to be doing is some partying to celebrate that we managed to escape those Bergens. So if you do have access to any music, you can put the music on. You can have some Trolls music or any music you like. Unfortunately, we can't put it on this video. If we do, that means we can't upload it. And we know that lots of people like to upload it later. So we're not going to play music, but if you've got your own music or your own phones or mum and dad's phone or laptop, then you can put some music on for this bit. And the other thing you'll need for this, when you've got your shoes on, you've still got time, don't worry, is if you walk with sticks, then you want to have your sticks, or you can have a dining chair to hold on to with one hand, or you can have 2 dining chairs, or you can just have mum and dad supporting you at your hips, okay? Okay, so while you're still getting shoes and AFOs on, that's fine. I'm just going to explain the next activity. So we're all having a celebration and a dance, and I want you all to show off your best dance moves. So you can either do it with your sticks, or if mum and dad are helping you, holding you at your hips or at your hands, but just make sure if you're holding hands, make sure this is at waist height and you're not holding hands up here, okay? And we're going to be dancing, moving our legs, our trunk, our head, our hands. And then when I say stop, you're going to hold it in that position for 5. And then we're going to start moving again, okay? So music ready and shoes and AFOs on and something to hold on to on the side if you need this. Okay? And all together, we're going to come up into standing, and we're going to be doing your best dance moves. So dancing, you might be able to move your leg and then the other leg, maybe some twisting, moving your hands, and stop. Hold that position, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dance. Very good, well done. It's a bit tricky to balance. And this is really good because it's working on all of those little intrinsic tiny muscles that hold us up in walking. Okay, now if you want a super challenge on this one, you can put one leg up onto a block, and then when we stop, then you can stop in a stance standing position. So dancing, dancing, move your arms, your head, your hips. Stop! And hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, really good work. And dancing again, everyone dancing. Keep on dancing, I'm just going to have a little look. Hello Hallie and Mummy, nice to have you with us today. And hello Amelie, hi Amelie. So keep dancing and stop. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dance. This is our last dance. Dancing, dancing, bending those knees and up again, and bringing those arms up and twisting your trunk. Stop. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Really, really good job. Well done everyone, that's fantastic. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do in our shoes and our AFOs, you have a little rest from all that amazing dancing while I tell you what we're doing next. So the Bergens heard our dancing and they have come to invade us again. So we're going to have to do some escaping. So you should all have a line in the middle of your floor. If you don't have a tape line, you can use a skipping rope. And if you didn't see the equipment list, now is your time to run away and get one. So what we're going to do is first we're going to do some side stepping. So don't join in yet, have a rest. We're going to do 10 side steps on one side of the line to sneak across, and then we're going to turn around and do side stepping again. Make sure that we escape, and if you usually walk with sticks, then you can walk with sticks or mum and dad supporting you, or you can do it against something like a desk or a sofa or a dining table, okay? And then we are going to be walking along your wibbly wobbly bridges, which is going to be the line, okay? So you're going to start at one end of your line, so if we can do this all together. Okay, and you can start either sitting on mum and dad's lap, or if you're already standing, that's fine. And we're going to stand up all together, and we are going to try and keep your trunk and your head nice and straight and in the middle, and then we're going to be bringing your leg out to the side using our side hip muscles. Now mum and dad, you might need to help at the hips, and you might need to help your child shift their weight to the opposite direction in which we are stepping, okay? So you need to shift your weight off of that leg for it to come up, okay? Now I'm going to be doing it much more on this doll than you'll need to do with your kids. You need to do it a tiny little bit, and then they should be able to lift their foot up and step. Because this doll is so heavy, I'm going to be doing this, so you don't need to do it that much, okay? So all together, we're going to be escaping these Bergens. We're going to do 2 side steps, okay? So ready, leg out to the side, 1 and 2, and stop and bring your legs to hip width apart, and they might have seen us. So all together, we are just going to bend down with our knees and just duck a little bit. Try to keep that back straight. We're not leaning forwards like this. Keeping your trunk up nice and straight, bending with those knees all together, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Oh, well done. We're safe. We're safe. Okay, and ready. We're going to do 3 side steps all together. So 1, 2, that's it. Try and do really big side steps if you can. Mum and dad, you might need to help support from the knees if your child's knees are getting stuck together like this. Last one, everyone, and 3, well done, and bring those legs together, hip width apart, and they might have seen us again, so we need to duck. So all together, we are going to bend from your knees, keeping your trunk nice and straight, bend as far as you can, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze those legs in and up again. Well done. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, last 5 all together, and 1, 2, well done. Nearly there, everyone. 3, 4, 5. Well done. Excellent job. Okay, have a rest. Sit down. Now stay at the end or wherever you were, wherever you walked to, because we're going to walk back on the opposite direction, but just have a little bit of a rest first, because that's hard work, and I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. So while you're at the end, we now just need to have a little look, okay, and make sure that those Bergens are out of sight. So we all need to stand up as tall as we possibly can so we can have a good view, just to check that they are not coming, okay? So you still have a rest, and I'm going to tell you how to stand. So in a minute, not yet, we're going to come up into standing. Mum and dad, you can help your child at their hips, and we're going to try and let your child do as much of this as they possibly can. So if you can hold your child at their hands, do it at waist height, and just 1 if you want a super challenge. We're going to be standing with your feet hip width apart, so quite wide for a nice wide base of support. Toes slightly out, and this helps to engage the side muscles or the glute med. We're going to have toes pointing slightly out, and it also helps to break up that scissoring movement or adduction. Okay, So you're going to have toes pointing slightly out, nice wide base of support. Children need to squeeze your bottom in and squeeze your knees in, so we're not standing like this. And mum and dad, you might need to have your child leaning on you, and you might need to just help at their knees. It's a little bit more tricky with a doll, but you might need to help at your child's knees to pull them out to avoid them going in like this, okay? And then they can lean on you if you need to, and come up and high kneel if you've got a bigger child, okay? So while you're at the end of your bridge, all together we're going to stand up and we're going to see if we can hold it. The longest we'll hold it for is 20 seconds. If you need a rest before then, that's absolutely fine, because we are all different, okay? So we're going to start with your feet hip width apart, toes slightly out. We're going to come forwards and up into standing, or if you're already standing, that's fine. And you're going to see if you can stand with as little support as you can. So mum and dad holding at hips, helping the knees come out slightly. And all together we're going to see if we can hold it. So have a look around while you're in this position, holding mum's hand or dad's hand if you are. That's it, have a good look, hold it there, squeeze that bottom in and squeeze those knees in. Stand up nice and tall, try not to lean to one side, try not to bend one knee. Standing up as tall as you can. You're doing a really, really good job, everyone. 10 more seconds. See if you can hold it, keep there. Keep having a look, see if they're there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, excellent work, and have a rest. Wow, you must be really tired. That was fantastic work, and I don't think we saw any Bergens, so I think we are safe. Okay, now you all have a rest while I tell you what we're going to do next. So you're probably at the end of your bridge, and now we're going to come up and do side stepping in the opposite direction. So you're going to be facing the same way, but going back, so this time we'll be stepping with the opposite leg. Okay, so have a little bit of a rest first, because that standing was really hard work. You've all done such a good job. Okay, so when we are ready, again you're going to have your feet at hip width apart to start with, and we're all going to stand up together and using your sticks if you need to, or holding mum and dad's hands. Okay, so we're going to do 3 steps together, so this time with the other leg. So 1, 2, 3, well done, and bring those legs at hip width apart, toes pointing slightly out. And now we need to duck, because I think it might be a bit dangerous here, so we're going to bend your knees as much as you can, keeping that back up nice and straight. All together, bend those knees and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Oh, well done. We are fine. Thank goodness for that. Now this time we're going to do 4 all together. Okay, so we're going to do 4 more side steps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well done, and stop and bring those feet hip width apart, toes pointing slightly outwards, and all together we're going to duck again. So we're going to bend those knees, keep that trunk up nice and straight, and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Well done, excellent job. And last 3 side steps all together. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Well done, and sit down and have a rest. Excellent work, everyone. So you all have a rest, and we're going to do one more thing before we take our shoes and socks off and just do some gentle stretches, okay? But first we just need to quickly walk along our line, which is going to be our wibbly wobbly bridge, and it's the last bit until the trolls are going to be home to safety. Okay, so we're going to keep your shoes and AFOs on and still have a rest while I show you what we're going to do next. So you can either have your tripod sticks either side of your line, or you can hold on to mum and dad's hands at your waist height, or mum and dad can help you at your hips or your trunk. And we are just going to be walking with heel toe, trying to be really, really quiet, so not doing any stamping movements, slowly along the line, okay? And you just got to try and keep those feet one in front of the other. We're not going to do toe touching this time, just heel toe, and we just need to make sure we stay on that line, okay? And don't worry if you fall off. I think I would fall off probably if I tried. Okay, so when we're ready, we're just going to stand up for the last bit of walking, doing a really good job. So stand on the end of your line. We have nearly got all the trolls home. So well done everyone. Okay, so we're going to put one leg on the line, and then we're going to bring our other leg in front all together with a heel toe, and doing it really, really quietly. Okay, and the other one, heel, toe. Good job everyone, well done. And bring the other leg in front. Remember, try and be quiet. Few more steps. Really well done. And the next one, heel, toe. We're nearly there, you've done such a good job. This is our last bit of walking. Next one, heel, toe. Remember, lean through those sticks or mum and dad's hands if that's what you're using. Nearly there, heel, toe, and two more steps, heel, toe, and last one, heel, toe, and sit down for a well-deserved rest. Excellent work everyone. You've all done so well. Right, so for the next one, have a rest and lean against something like a sofa or some cushions or a footstool or the wall, and we're going to take your shoes and AFOs off, and if you use gaiters then you can put these on, okay? Wow, this has been a hard session today. I bet you're all so tired, but you're doing so well, and we've just got two more things left to give our hips a nice stretch and to give our hamstrings a nice stretch, okay? And if you don't use gaiters, that's fine, you can still join in with this one. And for this activity, you will also need your figures, which might be people or animals or trolls, maybe if you like trolls, and you will need a box to put them in, okay? Just a small box or a cup or a mug or anything like that will be fine. Okay, now again, I'm just showing you, so don't worry about joining in yet. You're going to be sitting with your bottom all the way back against the wall, and we're going to bring your legs out to the side. Now, if you've got a lot of high tone or maybe stiff muscles, then you can use a cushion in between your legs just to help you with that stretch, okay? Because we're going to be leaning forward and to the sides, and sometimes that might make stiffness kick in. So if that is the case with you, then put a towel or a cushion in between your legs, okay? And then leaning against the sofa, try and get your bottom back as far as you can. Doesn't matter too much for this one because we're stretching the hips and we're not doing the hamstrings yet, okay? And your toes need to be pointing upwards. So not out to the side and not into the middle. Up towards the ceiling. If you can only get your knees a tiny bit apart before your legs go like this, then keep them just a tiny little bit apart as long as your feet are up and facing the ceiling, okay? That's more important than how wide you can get your legs, okay? So we are going to have your cup or your box is going to be in the middle of your legs and probably at about knee height to start with, or at your knee level. And you're going to have half of your figures on one side and then the half of your figures
on the other side. Okay. So this time all together, I'm just going to explain it again. So you're going to be sitting with your gaiters, legs far apart, toes pointing upwards. Okay, so we're not going to be having toes out to the side. No toes in the middle, toes upwards, and bringing those legs apart. Okay. And if you're not wearing gaiters, you just want to make sure that your child's legs are not like this. Okay. So if that is the case, bring them in a little bit more and then roll the knees out. Okay. So smaller gap, as long as feet are pointing up, a smaller gap is absolutely fine. Okay. And again, we don't want this position. We want to stretch those hips and bring those legs out. And a cushion in the middle might help if your child does this when they lean forwards. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is saving all of these people, bringing them to safety and putting them in your cup. Okay, now I'm going to join in this one. I think I need to stretch my hips. So we're going to have people either side at about your knee height and cup in the middle, and we're going to bend forwards from our hips and pick up one person with the opposite hand on the opposite side of your knee. Pick up one person and come back and put them in your cup, okay? And then all together. And if leaning with this hand over here is a bit too much of a stretch, do it with the same hand. Just make sure your child is leaning forwards and getting that stretch at their hips, okay? So ready, we're going to do the same but to the other side. So all together, I'm a bit bigger than my doll, so I'm going to need to move these forward for me. Okay, so all together, leaning forwards from your hips, opposite hand, reach an animal or a person or whatever you've got and put it to safety. Very good. Excellent work. Mum and Dad, remember, keep those knees out. Don't allow this to happen. Use a cushion if you need to. And all together, other side, reach, lean forward and put it to safety. Well done, good work. And all together, we're going to reach to the other side, get one and put it to safety. Well done, everyone. Excellent work. They're all safe. Now this time, just try to get your legs a little bit further apart because they're nice and warmed up now. So if you can just increase that stretch a little bit, that's brilliant. And maybe you can move your toys a little bit further forwards for a super challenge. Okay, so all together, we're going to reach with the opposite hand, the opposite side if you can. Pick it up and put it in the cup. Well done. And again, we're going to bend at those hips and reach to the other side and get your animal and take it to safety and back again. Well done. And we're going to do 4 more. So if you've got more than 4, you can take more at a time, maybe take 2 or 3 at a time. They're all waiting for us. So this time we're going to do a countdown, which is their drum roll, and then pick them up, okay? So all together we're going to bend from your hips and we're going to go 5, 4, drum roll, 3, 2, 1, and pick up the last few, leave a few behind, put them to safety. Well done. And again, we're going to do a 5-second drum roll on this side. They're all waiting for us to pick them up. So bend forwards from your hips, other hand, and 5, 4, drum roll, 3, 2, 1, pick them up, bring them to safety. Excellent work. Right now for this last one, see if you can bring your legs a little bit further apart because your hips will be nice and warmed up now. And bring them forward a little bit more. We're going to do a last reach. Okay, and then we're going to put them in the middle in the box. And this time we're going to do a 10-second drum roll. So we're going to bend forwards from our hips all together, reaching over and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put them in. Well done, excellent work. And the last one, doing a really good job. Pick them all up and hold it for 5, 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, well done. We brought them all to safety. Excellent work, everyone. Really, really good job. And you have a rest while I tell you what our last exercise of today is. Now this next one, you will need a car. And we are going to take all of these trolls that we've saved in the car back to their home and to safety. And this one is a stretch for our hamstrings. So with the gaiters on, you want to be sat right up with your bottom right up against the sofa and your knees as straight as they can be. Again, feet need to be pointing up towards the ceiling, so no coming out or in. If your knees don't get straight with your feet pointing up, that's fine. They don't need to be straight as long as you can feel that stretch there. And if your legs are all the way flat and there's still no stretch, then mum and dad can just put a cushion in the small of your back there, but keep your bottom against the wall. So it might need to be a small cushion or a rolled up towel. Okay, so everyone get into the right position. So you're just going to bring your legs together and bring that bottom all the way back against the sofa, and you should feel a stretch under your knees. Now we probably just stretched our hamstrings a little bit on that stretch, so they should be nice and warm. And for this one we need the car. If you've got a truck big enough to put your trolls in or your people in, then that's great, you can put them in. So keep those toes pointing upwards, and we are going to start with your car as far forwards as you can reach. Okay, so maybe that is at your knee or your calf, or for those super challenge, you can put it at your feet. I can't reach mine to my feet, okay? So you're gonna bend forwards with your hips and put your car down and come up again. And all together, we're gonna come forwards, we're gonna do a countdown, and then we're gonna roll our car forwards as far as we can get it. Okay? So all together, we're gonna bend forwards from our hips, so not slouching, back up straight, forwards from our hips, and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll your car away. Wow, how far did your car get? Mine did not go very far. Well done everyone, good job. Okay, and then we're going to bring your car to the other side of your legs. So you might need mum or dad to help, or brother or sister. And again, you're going to bend from your hips and put it as far forward as you can and come back again. And then all together we're going to come forward, so bend from your hips, and we're going to count to 5 and push our car. So bend and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll your car. Wow, good job. Mum went really far that time. Well done everyone. Okay, and then ask mum and dad to get your car. Or maybe you've got lots of cars, you can do a different one, see which one you can get the furthest. Okay, so same again, we're going to lean, excuse me, we're going to lean forwards from your hips and put your car however far you can get it. So it might be at your knee or your calf, and come back again. Maybe I swallowed a fly, I got the chokes all of a sudden. Okay, and we're going to bend forward from your hips, and this time we're going to hold it for 10, and then we're going to push our car and see if you can get it even further than where you did last time. So we're going to bend forward from our hips and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push. Well done. How far did everyone's cars get? Mine turned over about 4 times and is in the same place. Okay, now last one, we're going to get your car and put it on the other side, and all together we're going to bend forward from your hips. If you don't have gaiters on, you might be able to get your knees a little bit straighter now. Just make sure those feet stay pointing upwards, and we're going to bend with our hips and place your car as far as you can reach, and you might be able to reach a little bit further now that your legs are nice and warm. And we're going to all together bend forwards from our hips and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push. Well done, excellent. Okay, really, really good job everyone. And we are going to do one last stretch all together. We are going to bend forward as far as you possibly can and do a big thumbs up and a well done for doing today's session. Okay, so you might be able to get those knees a little bit straighter, and all together bend forwards from your hips, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Excellent work everyone. Good job. Right, I've just got a little visitor who wants to say well done. Hello Joshua and Edith. Nice to have you with us today. Boris, do you want to come and say well done? And we've got Boris here. He says well done everyone. Oh. You're gonna say well done. Really, really good job everyone. I hope you enjoyed it today and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.